The University of Florida is preparing for potential protests tomorrow in response to a speech by white nationalist Richard Spencer.
That's right. That speech will be tomorrow afternoon, and local officials are so concerned, Florida Governor Rick Scott has declared a state of emergency, activating the National Guard. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley spoke to some local UF grads and joins us with more. Christopher?
And good evening to you. We've spoken to several UF grads today who told us they don't support what Richard Spencer is likely to say tomorrow, but the First Amendment does apply. He could say whatever he'd like.
Hail Trump! Hail our people! Hail victory!
White nationalist Richard Spencer will be taking the stage at the University of Florida's Phillips Center.
You know, one thing about the First Amendment, I think, is there's sort of a bit of confusion about it, is everybody has the right to say what they want to say.
Sarasota attorney Morgan Bentley is a UF graduate. He's against Richard Spencer speaking Thursday, but he explains the First Amendment of the Constitution is clear.
The government isn't allowed to muzzle you. That said, it doesn't mean that if you say things that have consequences, you're excused from the consequences.
Spencer is the president of the National Policy Institute, a white supremacist think tank.
I'm trying to normalize racism, as you call it. Absolutely, I'm trying to normalize my ideas, our ideas of the alt-right.
Bentley believes Spencer has the right to speak, just as much as the protesters have a right to protest, as long as it's peaceful.
And really just the idea of protesting at all is a good thing, is the idea of making people get up and take a stand against something or for something or whatever it is they want to do, because that's sort of the whole idea of participatory democracy.
Those protesters are expected to be in full force.
We are prepared. We're going to ensure that you are afforded your constitutional rights, but that it's done in a safe and secure manner.
Local church leaders are advising folks to stay home.
If you physically show up, what you don't realize you're doing is you are becoming the puppet. You are a side character, and the playwright is Richard Spencer.
All of that being said, Morgan Bentley does feel this whole thing is a misallocation of money on the part of the University of Florida.
When I heard about this, the first thing that came to my mind, putting aside the First Amendment issues, was why? I mean, this is not a, Richard Spencer is not the kind of name that you would spend the amount of money that they're about to spend on security and everything else. I mean, you could get Bill Clinton for that amount of money.
And we did ask our followers on Facebook how they feel, and many responded. 80 said they were against, 35 said they were for the event. And of course, we will have continued coverage as it unfolds tomorrow from Gainesville. Scott?
All right, Christopher, thank you so much.